Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not this one. I remember doing Viva Las Vegas, I remember doing Jailhouse Rock, I remember doing this one a couple of years ago now. I remember doing it, and I figured why not do it again. Man for Life did it, so I'll do a review of it, that being Blue Wire. This is the second, I'd say the second Elvis film to be in Technicolor. What do I mean by that? Well, in 1960 or 1961, I'll be writing one under there, he did a film called G.I. Blue, which was one of the very first Elvis films to be in Technicolor. So, roughly I think the same there. Again, I could be right, I could be wrong. He did another one called Blue Wire. Now, it wasn't the first time he did a film in Hawaii. A couple of years after this, he did Paradise Hawaii style. And this is the one where I would say he sings the most. And then after this, most of his films, whether it be Dills, 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 Fun in Acapulco, I remember reviewing it, Viva Las Vegas, and so on. You could bet a pound. I ain't got a pound, it's somewhere over there, but I've had it with me. I bet a pound. If you got a pound, every time you make a bet of a pound, he's going to have a sing song, or someone next to him is going to have a sing song. You'd be a millionaire. I wouldn't recommend making a drinking game out of it, unless you want to go to Wastacle, but you'd definitely be a millionaire. So, you've got the song at first, Blue Wire, that a nice song, Elvis is singing it. And one thing I will give this film, if you want to see what Hawaii looked like back in the early 60s, this being 1961, you do get a good look of what Hawaii is, what it looked like in that era. Really is a beautiful country, still is a beautiful country. Okay, you get hurricanes and so on, but if you know all that, it really is a beautiful, beautiful tropical country. It really shows the beautiful side of Hawaii. So we'll give it that. So you got Elvis snogging some dirties at airlines, you get his girlfriend jealous, and I'm thinking, really? Then he's singing a song, and this bit I had the laughs and giggles. His first song is I will always, 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 I will always, always be true to you. I'll stop there because I'm not going to be the next Elvis. So he's singing I'll always be true to you, but then he's talking and singing about girls he's having it away with when he was away, when he was in the army, and his girlfriend's like saying, "Jicky right all the time," and I won't do the rest because I'll kill the song. So it's slightly laughable at that bit. But again, you do see a lot, and I mean a lot of beautiful tropical scenes or wire. So I'll give the film that. I'll give it a few points for that. We don't want to go home. We don't want to see his mum. We got the idea his mum's strict and overbearing, and she's one of them that wants to pick his fruits or his job and everything. Now, I've got to admit, people say Elvis's acting was wooden in this. Little bits in and there, I feel his acting's wooden, but I do think compared to Jailhouse Rock, compared to a little bit of G.I. Blue, compared to Love Me Tender, I've got to admit, no matter what people say to me, I've got to admit his acting was a little bit better in this. And his acting did actually get better as films went on. It's truth of the matter is, and I'm going to offend Elvis here, the movie business did not take him serious. Elvis wanted to be the next fucking big actor, you know what I mean? And because he was Elvis Presley, king of rock and roll, did all these different songs, the movie business thought, hey, it's Elvis, we'll make money, we'll tax in on this guy's name, you know. Elvis the Pelvis, we'll have him sing every 2 minutes. And that's what it is, really, that's what it is. And to eventually, it's the late 60s, Elvis decided to get back into the music business. That acting was not his forte, big word. So I got to admit his acting in this bits in there I would say he's wooden, and there's other bits where he just delivered a good performance. But can you take someone having a sing song every few minutes serious? So his girlfriend knows, the father gets it out of her, he fishes her at work. I love the bit where she meets him, he's on a surfboard. Before all that, there's a bit what's like funny, I had a few laughs and giggles. A martini comes off, you're not going to see a lot, it's the 60s, and I respect it for that. You got this dog, and the guy lifts it up. I think it's like a Jack Russell. Yeah, a little Jack Russell. And you know, he's in a wire guy. He picks it up, and it tells him what the weather's going to be. To think if my dog was around now, I probably would have done that. Was it going to be nice today, Lucy? Hang on a minute, I saw something just for laughs and giggles. This is a tip route to my dog, which we all know I sadly lost last year. I've got something to memorise, little Lucy. It's not exactly Lucy, but I'm going to use it. So, Lucy, are we going to have a beautiful sun today? It's a do. Yeah, we're going to have beautiful sun today. No, I'm not tacking up, but it is beautiful today, so maybe I'm tacking up with happiness. So, to cut the story short, I do laugh at that bit. That bit did give me a lot of laughs and giggles. Then there's another song which she sings. It's a Rye woman. It's her 70th birthday. It's a classic song. Actually, I'm thinking, is it "Love Me Tender"? Is it "Love Me Tender"? I can't remember now. Love me tender, love me. No, it's not "Love Me Tender." I could be right. Love Me Tender. It's not "Love Me Tender." I'm thinking of that fucking film now. It's a classic song. Everyone will remember it, but I just can't remember the fucking lyrics. But it's a classic song. You know it when you hear it. Straight away you think, oh, I know that song. So I do like that. There's one called Eat or Sake in the Sand, something like that. So Elvis gets a job as a tour guide. You got one it's a bit spoiled, bits really fucking annoying. I do love the bit where she says, does this look like a thing? And Elvis says, I don't take Tegel snatching, which I thought was laughs there, deciding how long Priscilla Presley was when Elvis married her. So I did that laugh at that, not in the right way. And like I say, there's a bit of a story to it. I like the story to it. And again, if you're taking it serious, it's more of a musical. You can make a pound bet someone's going to have a sing song where it's kicking the sand, eat or eat. I can't think of the song now. It will come to me. Why do fools fall in love? I can't think of the lyrics. It will come to me. So it's even a bit of a love letter to Jailhouse What, because there's a bit where Elvis gets arrested for getting into a fight over the dirty spoil. And I say he meets the mum. The mum wants to arrange a job. He doesn't want it. He's happy doing what he's doing. Because of what happened, where he got arrested, he uses his job and his girlfriend resigns. There's a teacher on the way and his love interest, his woman thinks he's having it away with her. He isn't. To cut the story short, the dirty spoil runs off and Elvis chases her. You find out she's not a definite brat. She has reasons. She felt unloved. She's never had love in her life. Her mum and dad's not always dumping her on these orgy places. So Elvis says, you know what you need? A good smanking. Hey, Bobby, do me some favours. Something like that. And he puts her over in there. How they got away with this, I don't know. But he smacks her bum, which I was laughing my ass off. Not in the way I should have been. But he changes her ways. And halfway through the film, his girlfriend finds out Elvis wasn't having it away with the teacher. That she's with his dad's mate. He then tries to get another job. He manages to get his job back as a tour guide, some people around a wire, and he gets to running a pineapple business. But he has some beautiful scenery in this, and how different the film it's due for that. There's so much fucking beautiful scenery in this. It's unbelievable. And like I said, if you want to see what Hawaii looked like in a certain era, this is the film for you. Granted, I think in Paradise Hawaii style, you do see a lot more of the beautiful Hawaii as well. But this, I think, was good. I like the story to it. Yeah, it's cheesy, but it's one of them films now. If you get sick of seeing DC, Tommy, you get sick of seeing some of the films they make nowadays, you want to go back into a certain era when people could have a sing-song, like an Elvis film, Technicolor, beautiful scenery, see what a certain area will look like in a certain era. This is the film for you in that sense. So his mum finds out he's going to get married. He passes out, which I had laughs and giggles there. You've got this scene where they're getting married, and I love the scene in here. He's on this boat and it's travelling all the way and he's singing the song Blue Wire. He snogs the woman, he's there. The end, which was quite common in them eras, as I already said before with old films. You don't you get the end. But I actually like Blue Wire. Yeah, okay, people could argue with Elvis's acting, but I didn't think his acting was that bad. I don't ever get why people say, oh, Elvis couldn't act to save his life. I didn't get that. I thought his acting weren't really that bad. I already said there's bits in there where I feel he's wooden, and there's bits where I feel his acting's improved a lot from his earlier films. But it's like I say, I love it. It's colourful. I love the scenery of a wire. Okay, there's history and Elvis, the bit where he says, I don't take titles. Which if you look at the history of Priscilla Presley, but that's history, you know what I mean? People could argue with that and say, well, it was a different era. It was a different time. But nevertheless, Priscilla Presley was a hell of a lot longer than what Elvis was when he got married. But saying that, as a singer, as an actor, I didn't mind Elvis. I used to be a big fan of my mum, when she was around, may she rest. She was a big fan of Elvis. She used to have Elvis that, everything where I used to live. And also, I respect Elvis for his musical talents. Do I love him? Do I praise him like a god? I might go to hell for saying this, not really, but I respect him as a singer. I respect him as an artist. I can definitely see, like in this film, like I said with the other reviews, I think Elvis Presley had a presence. Okay? People understood his acting skills. I think in every film he has a presence and he has a meaner. And in this, I definitely see that. And I love the look of a wire. Yeah, the story's cheesy, but if you get sick of seeing sets and violence and you want just a nice, straightforward story, a bit of a love story, a nice sing-song, a nice, beautiful scenery back in the days of the 60s, that's Blue Wire. And they don't make films like this anymore. What the fuck? A 12-star rating for me. Be into them. Be smart. Be safe. It's a beautiful day today. Where's my little dog? Is the weather going to be beautiful all day? Good. I might go sunbathing later. I might do a bit of surfing if I was in a wire, but I'm not. But I was doing it all the summer. My dog says it's going to be beautiful. So there you go. Into them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.